Lots of hardware. Did I just say hardware? Hardware news today. Lots of it, and I can maybe even speak some of the time. Anyway, one thing is coming from Computer Base on Twitter. They've been tweeting out a whole bunch of tests of this 680M integrated GPU. This is in the new upcoming laptops from AMD. And this is interesting because this is the RDNA 2 based laptop GPUs, right? I mean, we're not talking like the discrete GPUs, but these are integrated GPUs, right? And this is a big deal because check this out. This is running the Cyberpunk benchmark that came with the 1.5 patch. And not only is this smashing the 5700G, right? 5700G, let me click the button again. 5700G, that's, I believe, the desktop, APU thing that AMD's got going. Well, it's smashing that, but it's actually catching up to a desktop GTX 1060. And this, remember, is a laptop integrated GPU. I really do think, I said this at the end of one of my recent videos, but I really think that the future of the low-end entry-level gaming segment on PC is going to be integrated GPUs coming up within the next generation or two. In fact, if the desktop version of this with increased power draw could actually bump that up another 20%, if we had an APU that could match GTX 1060 performance, that would be insane. By the way, this is not using FSR. Now, sure, they're using the low preset, textures low, no FSR. There's a lot of compromises here. And they're still not getting the most amazing frame rate. I believe they tweeted out that it was like 44 average. So like, look, I'm not saying that this is some amazing gaming hardware, but I am saying I'm very interested in the future of what this could look like on the desktop. Also, they did tweet out a bunch of other tests, and it might be worth taking a look. I believe they're using FSR Ultra Quality here in this one in order to bump that up to basically a 60 FPS average. Now, Ultra Quality FSR at 1080p doesn't look great, but on a laptop screen, if you're down at like, 13-inch, 14-inch, 15-inch screen size, the loss of detail actually looks pretty good still. I've tried it out on my Dell laptop, actually. It's my wife's little like XPS thing for work. Anyway, let's go ahead and move along here and talk a little bit about Intel. And now my fat head's in the way because everybody's got their stuff on the different spots and let's just get out of the way. Okay, so Raptor Lake, we've seen some official news from Intel about double-digit performance boost. But what does that mean? Exactly how much? We've also seen that Raptor Lake, by the way, I know I'm not really saying it, maybe I should back up for a second. What is Raptor Lake? So Alder Lake is the current Intel 12th gen CPUs. Raptor Lake is their next gen. But when is it coming? What will the performance be? And they did announce, we will see up to 24 cores, 32 threads. So we're expecting to see more efficiency cores added in, and that should help out with multi-threading at least. Maybe not so much on the gaming performance, whether the games could really take advantage of those added efficiency cores. But in multi-threading, I think a lot of applications can. Anyway, we have now, to be clear here, this is now leaks and rumors. This was official from Intel. This is leaks and rumors. And the source here is Moore's Law is Dead, although I'm reporting on it from videocards.com article. So according to Moore's Law is Dead's sources at Intel, he's claiming that this architecture will bring an 8 to 15% single-threaded performance boost, and that's mostly what you'd take advantage of in a gaming application, would be that single-threaded boost. And a 30 to 40% multi-threading performance. Now, I'm wondering how much of that is coming from the increased, like I said, efficiency cores on some of the top-end models. I'm curious what exactly will come of that. But there you go. He's also emphasizing that it's planned to launch late Q3. That's the RPL-S. But then the RPS, did he mean RPL? I don't know. Anyway, HX, and U is planned to launch Q4. Okay, now this is interesting to me because I think the next gen from AMD is coming towards the end of the year as well. So if AMD was just trying to, catch up to and maybe beat Intel's 12th gen, but then Intel fires back with their 13th gen, Intel has been firing off processor iterations pretty quickly these days, and it's nice to see some real competition heating up in the CPU space once we finally had AMD take the crown there for a little bit. Okay, what else do we got? Well, a little bit more from Intel. So Intel is seriously, looks like they're taking their GPU business, well, seriously. Intel acquires lead Radeon discrete GPU architect from AMD. And by the way, they also, remember XeSS, right? Their DLSS competitor? A lot of people wondering on, can that really compete with DLSS? Well, Intel poached a top DLSS developer from NVIDIA. And now they're grabbing a lead Radeon discrete GPU architect from AMD. Now, who is it? So this is Rohit Verma. I might have pronounced that right. I tried. Anyway, who is Senior Fellow and Lead Radeon Discrete GPU Architect of AMD Technologies. Now, what we're seeing further down into the article was that it was operating as lead SoC, so System on a Chip architect for AMD's discrete GPUs, along with other various assignments. Now, that's kind of a big deal in my opinion. This seems like a top-end brain drain from AMD heading over to Team Blue. And I don't know, guys, I had a lot of people expressing their doubts on whether Intel was like in the GPU segment for the long game. But to me, everything points to them taking this very seriously and absolutely being here in the long game. All right, lastly, let's talk just a little bit more about the integrated GPU performance on those AMD Radeon 680Ms. I probably should have thrown this one back where I was talking about a little bit before from Computer Base, but hey, I film my videos in one take with no editing because that's the kind of free time I have. Welcome to the channel. Anyway, so we do get, this is from Video Cards again, looking at a review that was published by apologies. Anyway, it's from the Lenovo Notebook division in China. And they've reviewed quite a bit here, and I'd like to point you to this review in general. But check this out in terms of its 3D Mark scores, by the way. We got Firestrike, Times by, and Port Royal. We've got it up against some other, mobile processor integrated GPUs, and it's leading the pack, including in the Port Royal ray tracing segment. But we can now see it up against those, and then including the MX450 in a variety of esports and AAA games, and it's delivering reasonable performance, and even again competing with that MX450. And I've got to say, this thing looks really, really interesting. And again, especially considering, like I said, if this thing could catch up to a reasonable desktop GPU performance-wise, that'd be so cool. If we could see APUs come in where you just buy yourself, some integrated GPUs for your entry-level gaming, and then you slot in a high-end graphics card in the future. It could really help with current pricing situations because CPUs haven't been priced all that badly. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. Have an excellent day.